Lindy, obviously not the start you would have wanted, but your team fights back to now set the franchise record in wins. How proud are you of what your team has accomplished in this part of the season as we head into the playoffs?
Well, all great accomplishments, obviously, and even the fact to fight back tonight and get the win in overtime was kind of summed up the season. We played a really poor first period, but we were able to rebound and fight our way back.
To see Akira come in and sort of hold down the fort like that, that's, a tough thing to do coming up from Utica.
Well, he's done it before for us. He made some big saves, made a couple of big saves in overtime, and, you got to give him a lot of credit for, stepping in, getting here this afternoon and stepping in and giving us the opportunity to win.
Pretty neat to see Luke get his first goal, Jack his 99th point with an assist on that.
Yeah, I mean, how much better could it be to get your first goal in overtime and your brother setting it up? So it's been a pretty special week for him.
Now, that goal aside, what did you think about Luke's full performance today?
I thought overall my initial take, I thought played well. I'll have to look at it the rest of the game, but there was a lot of good there.
Erik Haula offensively has really come on in the last month. Did you see this coming, and he seemed kind of snake bitten in the start of the year?
Well, excuse me. He's missed a lot of great opportunities. Early in the year he had plenty of good opportunities. Tonight, the first shot, heck of a shot. I think he actually lost, or the guy hooked him on, might have helped his move. But, obviously he was a difference maker for us in the third period. Got us on the board in the first period and has been able to find the back of the net recently. So, he might be one of those guys that this is his time of year. The bigger the moment, the better those guys get.
It's now set. You're going to play the Rangers. What are your initial thoughts on the series?
Well, going to play a good team with a lot of experience and great goaltender. So we know we got our hands full.
What do you say to your team now about what everyone has accomplished?
Well, if we talked about step one. That was step one. To make sure we're in the playoffs, play good hockey, and now the stage gets bigger. The opportunity to accomplish and keep moving on will be in front of us, and you got to just really wrap your arms around this moment.
How do you prepare the younger players who've never experienced that for the playoffs?
Pump a lot of noise in at practice, scream and yell at them. I don't know how you really prepare them for that moment. You put them on the ice. We'll talk about, what to expect. But it's an opportunity that you can't take for granted. Will be the message that you always think if you get this opportunity, well, it'll be year after year. Well, that doesn't happen all the time. So let's just seize the moment. Let's focus in on this next series and be ready to go.
Well, this game played out tonight, does it show how mentally tough this team really is?
I think it summed up the year. We played the first period like we were last year's team. Puck management was terrible, cost us goals. I thought we gained some ground in the second period, and then third period we talked about getting an early goal to get back in the game. We got the early goal, and we got our defense involved on the tying goal. So. Pretty similar to games where teams have built a lead, but the ability to fight back and get in the game has been there all year long.
And you gave another one of your magical in-between period speeches?
I don't know if it was magical. It was pointed. It was to the point. It was, like I said, there was nobody in that room that liked the first period, and the way we managed the puck, the way we played was not really like a playoff team.
Thank you, Lindy. Nico, just the way, final game of the season, obviously not the start you wanted, but just that fight, that desire to end on a good note.
End on a good note. It's all that matters. Definitely a terrible start for sure. Definitely not how we pictured that here, but we fought back, and at the end, just a great ending, obviously. It's fun right now.
What was it like to see Luke score that goal?
Awesome. I mean, it was fun to watch. I think everybody's excited for it.
I don't know if you know, but Jack's 99th point of the season was an assist on his brother's goal. I mean, just the good vibes in this room for everything right now.
Exactly. Couldn't be a better ending, to be honest. Couldn't be a better ending. So really happy for obviously Jack, the season he had, and obviously happy for Luke come in and have this huge goal for us. I mean, it's franchise record, so it's pretty cool for him.
And just again, going back to that fight to keep going, how much has that been about what this team has been about all year long?
Yeah, that's no secret for us. We don't give up, and it was a terrible start. No excuses there. It's definitely on us. We started really bad, but just everybody after that knew how bad we started and just started playing our way.
It's official now. You're going to be playing the Rangers. Excited, sort of. I know I'm just telling you right now, but just your initial thoughts.
Obviously excited. Should be definitely a fun series.
What do you think this? You played them this year. What do you think the atmosphere will be like for those games?
Obviously great. That's it. Great.
So not the start you would want, but that resiliency we've seen all season of you guys just sort of trying to claw your way back and fight your way. What can you sort of say about game 82?
Yeah, it was not pretty in the beginning, and we weren't happy with it. We bounced back, had a better second, and gave ourselves a chance, and quite the fairy tale ending. Hughes from Hughes.
And just what sort of vibe that kind of brings through him? Just these types of stories that we've had all year long, right? Kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like exactly what I expected. It's funny how it works out, and real proud of the group. Franchise record, most wins. Shouldn't take it lightly. It's a great accomplishment. What a way to end the year, and just the overall journey of the 82 games of how we got better, how we matured, how we learned a lot along the way, and now we put ourselves in a great spot and really are excited for an opportunity to go on a run.
The idea of playing the Rangers, that is now official, that will be the first round matchup. From your taste of what you've gotten between the two teams, is that exciting? It's like, what do you sort of expect coming forward here now?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for everybody. It's going to be crazy. Both buildings were close by, so there's a lot on the line, right? And it's going to be entertaining hockey, and for sure going to be a good battle.
What lessons have you guys learned throughout the season that you can apply to playoffs and try to make a run?
I just think that it's just growing as a team and learning what makes us successful as a group and how we need to play to give ourselves the best chance to win hockey games. And I think we've gotten a lot better with that as the year's gone on.
What makes the Rangers a difficult opponent or challenging
opponent? They're always dangerous. They're never out of the game. Their power play is one of the best in the league. They have an all-time goaltender. There's a lot of good there, and like I said, it's going to be all four lines. It's going to be a great battle.
I know you guys had your hands full in this game. Were you paying attention at all to what was going on with Carolina and Florida?
Not really. I mean, I think we looked, what the score was after 2 periods or whatnot, but ultimately we wanted the record, and that was kind of the message in the locker room, and the chips usually fall in place how they're supposed to, and I think everyone's expected us to play the Rangers for the past 6 weeks or so, here we are, and we're excited to get started on Monday.